What is going on, you guys? Welcome back. Today we are going to be continuing to work on my Turbo E30. We're going to be primarily doing the transmission today. This is a used transmission, but it is a new to me transmission. So I did pull a couple of parts out of my other transmission because I do have input shaft bearing failure on the other transmission. So eventually we will rebuild that, but for the time being, we're just going to use this extra transmission that my buddy had. This part is the pivot joint for the throw out fork that is on these transmissions. I did have to just sand it down a little bit because it was a little bit too tight of tolerances to be able to fit up inside of this hole that it's supposed to slide in. It slides in, but because I want to make sure that it has no way to be able to fall out, I am going to put just a little bit of sealant up on the end of it. That piece is in and good to go. The next piece will be this up over the top. The only piece that's missing now is the slave cylinder. And the reason why is because I've actually still got that right over there. Previously had already installed this dual selector rod. And this just helps tighten up the play in the transmission, so as it rotates, there's less than the stock, as well as the selector joint. All of these parts that I just put on the transmission are used from my old transmission, but the parts that I put on here, I put on about 2,000 miles or so prior to doing this teardown. I had to replace the clutch. I was planning to try to wait until I got to the turbo build, but it couldn't happen. So we are using all those parts. This transmission is ready to go back in, besides a fluid flush and fill, which again, I'm gonna wait until it's mounted to the engine just for ease of accessing the ports. But if you guys enjoy the content, want to be able to keep up with my Turbo E30 and see this thing once it's running, don't forget to follow my page.